At the world-class Sandringham Yacht Club on Melbourne's picturesque Port Phillip Bay, sailors from all over the world gathered to compete at Sail Melbourne for 2012, the first event of the ISAF World Cup.
So this year's Sail Melbourne event will once again host the opening leg of the ISAF Sailing World Cup, and will also celebrate Australia's golden moment following their Olympic success at the London Games earlier this year. So the focus of this year's Sail Melbourne event is all about taking the high-profile platform of the ISAF Sailing World Cup to use it to drive participation at every level, whether it be through industry's involvement through the International Sailing Summit, or the Family Day, which drives new entries to the sport, to the future champions through our invited class program.
The standard that normally is here is a little bit higher, but at the moment it's the year after the Olympics. We've got the young kids coming through, which is good to see, and they're actually all sailing at a higher level too, like they're all improving, so it'll be good to see how good they get over the next few years.
Day one brought fluctuating winds between 10 and 17 knots for most of the afternoon, allowing competition to get underway. In the 470s men, the newly put together Australian team, Matt Belcher and Will Ryan, took 2 wins for the day, giving them a great start to the regatta.
It was good. Nice to be back racing again. It's been a while. I think it was probably a little bit rusty. Our boat was a little bit rusty, but yeah, we came away with 2 wins. But this week is just about getting back in the boat again and trying to learn how to hike. We had some pretty long beats, so hopefully tomorrow Victor tell them to decrease the length, because I was getting a bit tired out there. Yeah, it was really good. I was really happy with the second race, and even both races. We haven't raced a little bit, and we've only been training together for 10 days, so it's nice. I really enjoyed just getting back out there.
Unfortunately for the newly put together women's 470 Australian team, Elise Rachichi and Sarah Cook, they could only manage a 3rd place at the end of racing, behind Sasha and Jamie Ryan, also from Australia.
Literally Sarah's first 2 ever races in sailing. Obviously, well-accomplished athlete, having done 2 Olympics in rowing, and just finished after London and made the switch over. So this is actually her 11th day on the 470, and pretty baptism by fire to be out racing in a World Cup. But we got around the course today, and we were able to reinforce some of the processes that we've been working on, and no capsizes. And yeah, I think we did a really good job today.
A shifting, varying wind made it very difficult for both the 49er and 49er FX classes. Both commenced racing, only to be abandoned shortly after. On course C, the lasers, laser radial and laser 4.7 commenced early. Race 1 for the lasers saw them complete a trapezoid course, with Jared West lead fellow Australians Ryan Palk and Matthew Wern over the line. After 2 races, Ryan Palk took the lead from Tom Burton, with Matthew Wern in 3rd.
Here in Melbourne, first time I've sailed the boat since the Olympics, and yeah, I had 2 great races, and it's quite competitive racing with all the rest of the Australian fin fleet.
In the women's laser radial, Australia's Crystal Weir took honours for race 1 from Ashley Stoddard, and then Singapore's Elizabeth Yin is in 3rd place. Day 2 of the event brought strong 20 to 25 knot winds that had race officials keeping competitors on standby.
The waves are too big and the team gets out there, and we think it's unsafe as well.
Okay, today we have fairly windy weather on Port Phillip, winds gusting somewhere in the vicinity of 20 to 25, an average wind of around 23 knots. We're a little bit afraid that some of the classes, the waves are too big for that, and they can't handle it. So we are going to abandon the Vipers, the 4.7 lasers, the Access dinghy, and the Scuds, and also the FX, the 49er FX and the 49ers.
Unfortunately, all fleets were cancelled, except for the kiteboarders who revelled in the strong winds and waves on the bay.
It's been a pretty gusty, windy day. Actually, the kiteboarding is the only fleets that have been out on the water today because of the conditions, and it's been pretty interesting racing. There's competitors here from as far as the USA, Canada, Turkey, Germany and France, as far as I know, and probably a few others. It's definitely the biggest fleet at Sail Melbourne this year, with over 60 entrants in the men's fleet and the women's fleet together.
Ariane Lambert from France had a fantastic start and has secured a commanding lead over the women's fleet.
Today we just make one race. I take the second place, but yesterday we put out 3 races and I take the first place in the 3 race. So now we have 4 races with 1 discount, so I'm first of the competition.
In the 41-strong men's kiteboarding fleet, the German competitor Florian Gruber has the lead, closely followed by New Zealander Torren Bright.
Pretty gnarly conditions out there today. We're usually on our 7 or 9 metre kites, mostly on the smallest kites we have. It's about 25 to 30 knots, sometimes a little bit more. Heavy seas, big chop, but it's all good fun.
Melbourne's weather is typically fast-changing, and this year has been no exception, experiencing all 4 seasons in the first 2 days of competition. It's expected to continue for the following days.